Okay, so this evening we start with, it's about mastery. Okay, what I want you to do is, there's some critical things I'm going to be telling you this evening which really make a difference. And the one thing I'm going to deal with is something you might not even have heard before. It's called staging. And honestly, it's something I've never realized before, but I realized when a student made a mistake, and I kept on trying to get the student to correct it. And then I suddenly realized that the problem the student wasn't staging the process. They were not getting and staging the process correctly. And your question would be, and my question at the time was, what is staging? And all of a sudden, when I asked that question, I realized that this is one of the big problems that people have, is they don't stage correctly. And I'm going to be talking about that in quite a lot of detail tonight, because it's a really interesting concept. And the thing is, what I've noticed now that I understand it a bit better, that staging actually makes a difference. It makes a difference on how you deal with a roundabout. And I'm going to be talking to you about what that is as well. So we're going to talk about that. Now, just a quick couple of things. What your approach matters. Again, staging, we'll be talking about what comes into staging and what the factors are in staging. What is an open roundabout? We've had a little bit of a discussion around that. An open roundabout is not your ability to vision. It's more about you knowing that this roundabout has no restrictions and has a pattern, a flow pattern that is not going to impede your progress around the roundabout. So it has a flow pattern. And then we always look at the clock face. Now guys, I don't know how many of you actually know how to read a clock. I think that with digital clocks, I don't know, are there people out there today? Okay guys, so yes, that is Big Ben. Now, you've always got to remember, you've got to be putting your clock onto the leaderboard. Now, as you approach a lot of roundabouts, sometimes mini roundabouts won't actually have it, but I have seen a lot of leaderboards on mini roundabouters. If you're on a main route, they will still put up a leaderboard. Now, this board on the left-hand side on the image that you're looking at is called a leaderboard. Now, guys, if I was to say to you, when you look at that leaderboard, you need to be thinking about what are you going to be doing in positioning. Where am I going to position, which is what staging is about, and where am I signaling out? Now, critical information that solves a lot of problems for a lot of people. Staging, knowing what staging is and what staging that has to be done. And number two, also knowing how to go through the roundabout, what to do when you're going through the roundabout. All of that you need to do when you look at this clock. Now, what I would like you to take notice of is that the leaderboard is always going to be orientated so that you are coming in at the bottom at 6 o'clock. This is the way it will be orientated. When you look at that leaderboard, you are going to be coming at the bottom of the leaderboard. And what you are going to be doing is having a look at what your relationship is. You will be looking at what your relationship is with that leaderboard in terms of that being 12 o'clock, okay? And these others being times, this would probably be like 3:30, but say 4 o'clock, and that one there would be 9 o'clock. And those are the things that will help you to stage properly. Okay, so we're going to talk about that a little bit more, but those are the things that in the end will help you to stage properly. So turn right at the next roundabout. So traffic, they call it a traffic circle. We don't call it a circle. I don't know why it's being called a circle at the moment. It's not a circle, it's a traffic roundabout. It is circular in shape, but it's not always exactly circular thing. Okay, so why do people fail? They fail because the three rules that they lose. The first thing is not staging properly, is staging. The second thing is positioning in the roundabout. And the third thing is the signaling. And then obviously along with signaling goes your mirror as well. Your mirror is also part of that. So these are the main things that create the problem. But guys, if you get this wrong, the whole foundation of what you are going to do, if you get the staging wrong, The whole foundation of what you are going to do in the roundabout is going to affect the whole of the roundabout, and it becomes a nightmare. Okay, so that's really important.